Never played a D&D game, either on the PC or tabletop, and wondering what class to pick in your first Baldur's Gate playthrough? Wizard? What spells do you use and in what situation? Rogue? Seems difficult. What the hell is a warlock? The options and possibilities can seem endless and daunting when you're first playing a D&D game, or any type of RPG actually. I can relate, I never played the tabletop or pen and paper games, so when I first started playing the original Baldur's Gate, I picked the most easy choice for a beginner, the fighter class. As the name suggests, the fighter is perfect for, drumroll, fighting. Fighter is a character who has mastered every weapon and type of armor there is in the game. So if you pick a fighter, you can use every weapon you come across and wear every type of armor. The fighter is a character who is proficient with every weapon and type of armor there is in the game. So if you pick a fighter, you can use every weapon you come across and wear every type of armor. During both the role-playing and fighting phases, the options that the fighter has at his or her disposal are somewhat limited compared to the other classes, and it's for this reason this class is perfect for complete newbies. Learning the ropes of the game becomes quite easy. Depending on the makeup of your party, using subtlety or subterfuge may not always be possible in order to fix a problem. Still, the fighter offers plenty of role-playing fun. So let's get into it and show you how to build the right kind of fighter. At the time of recording this, it's still concerning the early access edition, so options are a bit limited in general. When the full game is released, I will create a new video on this topic. Mainly because Larian Studios has promised that every class from the 5.1 D&D rulebook will become available. First, races. Picking the right race for a fighter depends a bit on what kind of fighter you want to be. Do you want to slay enemies with your sword or axe? Then you need strength to be successful. Or do you want to use daggers or pick your enemies off one by one with a bow? In that case you need to invest in dexterity. So what race suits with strength? And what race should you pick if you want to use dexterity? With strength you can choose humans, who gain a +1 bonus point to an ability of choice. Of course you invest that point in strength or constitution, and next to that you get an extra feat. A feat is an ability you can use during the game. Or dwarves. Dwarves get a +2 bonus to the constitution ability, which comes in handy for getting a lot of hit points, which in turn means your character is able to survive getting hit on the battlefield better. Subrace of gold dwarves have a +2 bonus to strength as well. Besides that, all dwarves have a greater resilience against poison and have dark vision, meaning they can see better in the dark, such as in dungeons. The Githyanki with a +2 bonus to strength and a +1 bonus to intelligence are an excellent choice as well. Spoiler, there is already a Githyanki fighter who will join your party early on, so you maybe think on picking another character or race. If you want to use a fighter who specializes in dexterity, choose races like the Wood Elves, Dark Elves or Halflings, all who have dexterity bonuses. Abilities. With picking the race out of the way, on which ability score should you focus? Basically, focus on 3 ability scores. Strength for heavy armor and weapons. Dexterity for using ranged and fast weapons, and this ability is great for getting hit less as well. And Constitution for hit points. Since a fighter will mostly be on the front line getting toe to toe with evil enemies, you will need hit points in order to survive set encounters. Fighters will start with a default of 10 hit points. The higher your Constitution, the higher the number of extra hit points you receive when you level up. And you can pick a 4th ability, Intelligence, if you want to become an Eldritch Knight. The other abilities, Charisma and Wisdom, are good just for role-playing purposes, but not necessary for becoming the best fighter. The game will offer an already optimized ability score in each category. You may need to divert 1 or 2 points from wisdom into strength, dexterity or constitution if you so wish. And as I've said, you're proficient in all weapons and armor types right from the start. After reaching level 3, you can choose to specialize in 2 subclasses. The Eldritch Knight, a fighter who uses magic as well. I will create a video on a later date on how to play and develop this subclass. And the Battle Master, a specialist in battle tactics. And as a beginner I would advise on picking this class, because you can keep on focusing on fighting skills alone. The early access edition you get 4 superior 8-sided dice, which can be used for extra different actions during battle. Level progression. In the early access version you can reach up and until level 4. At level 1 you automatically receive the following fighter features: the strength saving throw proficiency, constitution saving throw proficiency, light armor proficiency, medium armor proficiency, heavy armor proficiency, shield proficiency, simple weapon proficiency and martial weapon proficiency, meaning you can use light, medium and heavy armor without a penalty. You can use shields and you can use almost any weapon. Besides that, you also get the second wind action. An action you can use during combat to regain some lost hit points. After you use it, you have to rest to regain that action. At reaching level 2, you can pick one of the following passive feats: archery, defense, dueling, greater weapon fighting, protection, 2 weapon fighting style. Depending on what type of weapons you use, you can pick one. If you want to use 2 weapons, such as 2 daggers, pick the 2 weapons style. If you want to use a great axe or a great sword, use great weapon fighting. If you want to focus more on defense and become a tank, pick defense. Or pick archery. You also get action surge, feat or ability which allows you to 1 extra action during your turn. You can use action surge 1 time during battle. At level 3 you get the ability to pick a subclass, either Battle Master or Eldritch Knight. I would pick Battle Master, a subclass which focuses more on, well, becoming an expert fighter above Eldritch Knight. Because as a Eldritch Knight you can also use a limited amount of magic, but as I said, this guide is especially for newbies. And with Battle Master, the abilities and options that are available to you remain a little bit limited, which is for a newbie a good thing. At level 4 you can pick 1 feat from ability improvement: athlete, defensive duelist, dual wielder, great weapon master, heavily armored, lightly armored, magic initiate cleric, magic initiate warlock, magic initiate wizard, martial adept, mobile, moderately armored, shield master, skilled, tough, weapon master. Being focused on becoming the best fighter, you can pick ability improvement, which gives you +2 bonus to any ability you pick. So I would pick strength, dexterity or constitution. Same goes for athlete. You get a +1 bonus to either strength or dexterity. Great weapon master is also a very interesting feat. When a melee attack scores a critical hit or kills a creature, you can make another melee attack as a bonus action. When attacking with heavy weapons you are proficient with, attack rolls take a -5 penalty, but their damage increases by 10. So if you kill a creature, you get a bonus action, or bonus attack. Shield Master, you gain a +2 bonus for dexterity checks when wielding a shield. Tough, you gain a +2 bonus to your hit points for every levels, or if you're at level 4 you get 8 extra hit points. My advice would pick Weapon Master, Tough, Shield Master, Martial, Adept, Athlete or Ability Improvement, or Great Weapon Master as a fighter. How to play. Just keep it simple, fight enemies, protect your teammates and have a ball. With a fighter you still can try to talk your way out of different situations, but the chances of success are smaller than playing with a rogue or ranger, since you have less charisma. Still, there will always be another solution to any quest, and as a fighter, bashing someone's head in is probably the preferred method. This way you will get to grips with the different parts and options Baldur's Gate 3 offers. Other classes will join your party and you can learn how to utilize their abilities at a slight leisurely pace. So, when you start a new save after picking the fighter, picking a class with more options and abilities like the wizard won't seem as daunting. Enjoy the fighter!